for the judge.
Judge, the special great one from Pontiac GTO. Her speed shifter, 3-speeder.
It's been beautifully restyled from bumper to bumper. Delivery on a brand new Firebird with smooth, positive, wide track handling. And you can order up to a 345 horse Ram Air V8.
Welcome to Rodz and Hobz.
Good morning, I'm your host Steve, and
Glenn, your camera guy, and we're going to start off with we're at a really awesome function here in beautiful Langley, British Columbia, Pontiac GMC Club. Take it away, Steve-O.
Yeah, so we're at Cascades Casino today, and this special is going to be on Pontiacs. Why Pontiacs? Because this is a Pontiac Club car show. So I'm doing some research, and you know, there's always information that comes out that we didn't know. So some tidbits for you. Pontiac was founded in 1926 by, let me turn my sheet here, Edward Murphy and a gentleman named Alson Bush, which owned the buggy company in Pontiac, Michigan. They used to do buggies for horse-drawn carriages. So they went to Cadillac with a 2-cylinder idea, and Cadillac went, fail, epic fail. And then a couple months, you know, they kind of went back to the drawing board and came up with a 4-cylinder. Went to GM at the time, and GM was, not a bad idea, we'll consider it. Cadillac caught wind and went, whoa, hang on, hold your horses, literally. Yeah, let's think about this. So they went back and thus called it a name, and Cadillac and GM, because they formed a little bit after, and said, all right, we'll give you a derivative of the company, so what do you want to do? So Pontiac, Michigan was how Pontiac started.
Not the Michigan car company?
No, but Pontiac.
Didn't have a good ring to it. Michigan.
How's that Michigan strategy doing?
Yeah.
Spitting, you know, every freaking time. So, with some information. So, yeah, GM liked it. They went with it.
So, Steve, what was the best car?
Best car?
That Pontiac ever made.
1965 Pontiac Custom Sport.
Custom Sport.
Which I got one.
Yeah.
It's over in the car. We'll see it today.
Yeah.
Overall, yeah, it was the best seller.
Yep.
Best
stacked headlights.
Everything. Yeah,
nice
it featured the 327, which they introduced at GM into Stingrays. Corvettes.
Right. Nice.
So
what was the worst car? Because there's always a worst.
There's always a worst. And I think I know somebody who's got a couple of these. What were you thinking?
They admit that?
It's the Pontiac Aztec. And if you Google it and you look at it, it was actually made for campers.
I mean, a cool concept in car, had a lot of neat features, but
the tent, the back turned into a tent.
So you can tent in your backyard if you wanted to. You feel like, you know, look under the stars and
You might have been safe from bear attacks because they'd look at it and go, I am not attacking them. Just the clan would be like, dude, you attacked it. Aztec? Why we didn't do it. But anyway,
shunned by the bear.
There's your information. So, all right.
Totally we'll see you guys later, and ciao for now.
All right. That's Kent Card. It's one of our members.
Right on. It's Kit. Look at this.
Feather Club member.
Look at that. Is that an under the hood B&M blower?
Yeah.
That thing rocks.
Wow. 6.6 liter Trans Am.
Look at the front ends.
No, the front ends, yeah. Pontiac Tempest.
Mm-hmm.
That's the gentleman we just talked to. That's his 50th anniversary Trans Am. Do a little plug on this one. So what do we got here? It's an 84. It's 5-speed, 4-wheel disc brakes.
Ooh.
And a 305.
Man, it's a collector's.
Nice and sharp.
Yeah. Clean. T-tops again.
Yep. Yeah, I think they perfected the T-top.
All right. Look at that.
I guess we want a little bit of information on this car, eh?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. It's mine. So obviously we're talking about the 1965 Pontiac Parisian, the bestseller. That's the bestseller. So I've had it for a couple years. It's got a 327 in it with a Rochester Quadrajet carburetor, which to my knowledge and to what everybody else talks about, when you mention Quadrajet, it's like you got the creme de la creme for carbs. You know, it's not the Edelbrock, it's not the other ones, the Holly. It's the founder father of 4-barrel power. So yeah, it's got it in it, and it's the original one. So 327, it's got a lot of power. Black on black on black, as they would call it.
Triple black.
Triple black. It's a triple threat. Yeah, these were the party cars. Everybody back in those days had one. Their dads had one. I bet you a lot of kids are kids because they had one.
My dad had one too.
Yeah.
We had a white 64 convertible. Yeah. The ice blue interior.
Super cool cars. Fun to drive with a 2-speed power glide.
And they're again stacked headlights,
Yeah.
which you don't see anymore.
No.
And then right next to it,
Convertible version. The 65.
sister.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
See, and there's the same thing with the blue. So he's got minus the label.
Oh yeah.
Fortunately, mine was a little bit. It's pink.
Okay, well let's talk about this then.
Okay, we're going to talk about the story of why it's pink and why it says Pepto. When I got the car, it had some wiring issues. Let's just call it wiring issues. So I take it for a drive one day, but before I did it, I didn't have any blue stuff, so I just filled with whatever I had, which was pink washer fluid. So I stuck it in there, blah blah blah. Needless to say, cruising down, and it caught fire. It had a short, so I lost all power. Smoke's coming up. Everyone's looking at me. Yeah. So I pull over, open up, and there's smokage coming from the back with a wiring harnesses. So the first thing I grab is my pink bottle, and I threw it on the wiring harness, put the fire out. So the running joke is Pepto. It carbs, it puts out fires. Ingestion, as I would call it.
Engine just.
So that's the story behind the whole Pepto
Nice, I
bottle.
love it. I love it.
Corny, but hey, I still got the car.
Those are the stories we love to hear.
Yeah, why it's that and why it's that. Nice fiber.
Couple of them. These are gorgeous. And then couple, 3, 4 Fieros. Wow. You don't see a lot of Fieros anymore.
No, they're one of those dying cars, and a lot of them are dying. Not all the parts. There's actually a few individuals in the BC area who buy them. They take them for the frame and most of the body because they convert them into Lamborghinis. They do the Lamborghini kit, right? So I know a couple guys, and they do everything themselves, the interior, everything by hand, the leather, but they take the building block of the Fiero and they turn it into that Lamborghini.
Speaking of Lamborghinis, I believe there was a guy on the Vancouver Island that took a Toyota truck and stripped the body off of it, rebuilt it with wood, and called it a Lumberghini.
No kidding. More cheese for the show. Love it. Love it.
Look at that. A rare option.
Very rare option. As we came here earlier, it wasn't up. Now it's up.
Yes. Just gonna
there's
slide
the
in here.
There you go.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. That's cool. We go tenting anywhere.
No kidding. See, now I know where the Aztec got that from.
It's your car, sir.
Yes, sir.
You want to talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, come on.
Why not?
Okay. Tell us more about the tent.
The tent was an option about 72 to 74, and there was, I don't know what the numbers on them are, but as it says there, comes in a 30-inch compact pack with poles, which I don't have the poles, unfortunately. Sleeps 2 was made of 10-ounce extra strength Army duck in light yellow, which in other words it was leftover parachutes.
Yeah.
So the fiberglass screens in the sides with Velcro fastening adjustment flaps, and they land basically from $109.50 to $136.95 for this version.
Add-on. Yeah, that's cool.
So,
that is really cool.
because a lot of them didn't have the screens and what have you. So,
Right.
but,
That's a neat piece.
and as for the car, there was only 7,058 made that year, and this is one of 687 3 or 4-speed manual shift cars, hatchbacks cars. So, and I'm the original owner.
Perfect.
Bought
Original
right
owner.
here in Langley.
Original owner. Bought here in Langley.
Yeah,
Nice.
Town and Country Pontiac, which later became Gold Key Pontiac, and now Gold Key Volkswagen. But
Odd change, but yeah.
Yeah.
That is a cool little
So-
neat bit of information. That's
So
awesome.
how long does it actually take to get up, put up and running?
3 or 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes. So you can literally pull over to the side of the road,
Tenth
jump
up,
out, tent up, honey, we're sleeping, or whatever.
honey, or yeah, that's cool.
I had help this morning, so it was less than 2 minutes to put it up. So,
Beat that.
and I don't know, it's
Very cool.
yeah.
Very, very cool car.
So, and after 41 years, I'm not tired of shifting yet. So,
And it's a 4-speed. Nice. What more could any man want?
That's cool. Yeah.
Car with a tent
With a 10.
in a 4-gear.
Better than the Aztec.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, I hope you're watching and enjoying the show so far. We've seen some cool rides, some cool tent GTOs, and some Fieros. But we'll come back. We're looking for Terry and Don. Terry is, I guess, the glue for the club. He's the president of the Pontiac Club. And Don is, we're going to talk to him about what's it like to own a cool piece of blue heaven. So once we find him, we'll come back, check out the interviews, and we'll go from there. All right, we found Don. Don was walking around. He's in the casino. So we get to talk to Don about his beautiful my blue heaven. So a little bit about the car.
Well, it all started back in 2006. I went down to the auction, and before Barrett Jackson did Reno, Hot August Nights, it was run by Silver Auction. I went in there looking for 56 Thunderbird. There was 1,000 cars for auction.
That's a lot of cars.
I walked around the entire building. I passed this car, which I had no idea what it was, but it was stunning. And I looked at the whole 1,000 cars they had for auction. I came back and I said, I don't know what this is. I've never seen one in my life, but I love it. And I'm going to see if I can buy this car. So in those days, they had appraisers on site. I went over, had the appraiser look at it. He said, this car is pretty darn good shape. It was done really, really well. He gave me a ballpark price range, what it should be, and I just kept bidding until I could beat the Americans and bring it back to Canada, and the rest is history. It was built by a body man from Nebraska. It was his pet. He spent 8 years on the car after work, put it together, it's straight as an arrow, everything runs, perfect condition, and he took it to car shows 1 year, one at the Pontiac Grand Nationals in the USA, and then I just got bored and wanted another car, so he put this one in the auction, and here it is in good old British Columbia.
That's awesome. Wicked. Now, for those who buy cars in the States, how was the process bringing it up?
The process actually is fairly easy, and it's easier now. They have couriers right on site, and I had it trucked up from Reno, and it landed right at the Blaine border, and you just have your paperwork done in advance, or do it at the border there and bring it across, no duty because of the age. And
No kidding. So there's a certain age limit before you have to pay duty on it?
Yeah, the old one's no duty, so you can get it for whatever the price you brought it across.
So if you spend, say...
They do get you on the tax,
tax.
bringing it into BC.
So that's where they kind of ding you on the tax. So if you spend 20 grand on a vehicle, you'd pay
you
like
pay
7%.
your TST or GST.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And then the border fees, which are minute.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Great to know.
And now it's even easier because at the Barrett Jackson auction where I bought my last car, the 58 Thunderbird, they even have Canadian companies that bring it right to your door.
No
So
kidding.
it's really easy now. Really easy.
Wow. And all that information is available on site. You can kind of Google it. If you know, if it's not from an actual auction, if you want to buy a car, kind of on Craigslist.
Yeah.
In the States, same idea. As long as it's ding on the tax. That's wicked.
And so this is a Star Chief. It's longer than the Canadian version in its day. It's got the Continental kit. It's got the 350. It was a 347 engine, bored out to 350. It has California custom wheels on it. Those are actual wheels, not hubcaps.
And the exhaust system. Is just
The exhaust system, the lake pipes, and they're open all the time. And so that's the wheel, and yeah, and a whole lot of chrome. And when it comes time to wash it and chamois it, it takes a bit.
You got your job cut out
chrome on here.
A lot of chrome. And that's one thing about the earlier cars, the 50s and 60s, is they wanted to know what expensive chrome.
Yeah.
You know, they wanted the bling, they want the shine, they want it to be. This is a luxury car. This is something you're going to spend your money on.
Yeah.
And it's a gorgeous piece. The gentleman did a great job on it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you own it. I've seen it many times. It's a wicked car.
I'll tell you, it was run by a body man, and everything's good. The engine, they matched it, a couple of things. And that's a Cadillac air cleaner in there.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah, Cadillac.
Cadillac air cleaner. The tail lights came off an Oldsmobile because they projected a little bit more. Remote control, and I guess you saw the moon knobs in there.
Yeah. Oh, those are wicked.
So
So you plan on retiring her?
yeah, this is going to be a retired show car. This car has been to many car shows here. It's won over 40 awards. Most of them first. And it's time to just come for fun.
But I have to admit,
down to White Rock.
ladies get spent admiring how
Best place to take it, White Rock.
And when it goes to White Rock Beach, it pretty much gets more looks than a girl in a bikini.
Beautiful.
And they get a lot of looks.
That's awesome. They put them both together, and you put them both
Ooh.
together.
Yeah. So it's been a real fun car, and I've enjoyed it. And this will probably be the last year. Maybe around here, maybe going to Barrett Jackson in Las Vegas in September, and maybe I'll find another Pontiac. Who knows? But I'll be back with something.
Awesome. That's wicked. It's great talking to you, Don.
Thanks very much, Steve.
You know, it's always a pleasure seeing you.
You bet.
And check out Rodz and Hobz. You'll see this car on here.
Well, there.
Good time to see it because apparently this is not going to sell more.
Right on.
Man.